Hello everyone on this beautiful Monday. Decided to do a little something different today. It's noon, all the bells are going off, all the beautiful sounds of the churches around here. I'm in Shamokin, PA. I'm gonna go check out the old Washington School, which you see in front of you. That's pretty interesting here. It's right along the main drag, you know, typical city here. But this here was picked because of the location of where the road angles to the southwest, whichever direction that is. But yeah, this was originally used for a school for over 118 years. This building is old. In 2008, I believe it was, I've seen an article that said 118 years. But it has a bad history here in the city at the moment, being vacant for so long. A lot of riffraff, we'll call it, go in and out of there. They boarded it up recently. I've seen a lot of articles of people getting in trouble for trespassing, drug paraphernalia. Coal region going on, of course. You gotta love it. Those are all day long coming along this main drag here, Route 61. But, yeah. 1890, it says. I mean, obviously it needs a lot of upkeep. I don't know the status of the building, if it's for sale or nobody's obviously investing into it. And it's a beautiful old building, very big. But we're going to take a walk around the outside of it. Obviously we're not going to go inside. And it's a pretty nicely old. Like almost like stones that are cut out, kind of put together. They're really nice. You know, it's like that stuff there. But as you see, the doors were busted apart pretty good. I don't know what that is up in the corner there. Probably a wasp nest or something. Actually, I think that's the hinge. Old hinge of the door there. Yeah. But yeah, this is the grand entry. Very nice. But yeah, as you say, I'm not going to try to pry into it today. As you see, it's not that bad out today. There's a church across the street. Alright, I'm going to cruise around to the other side. Give me a moment. Alright. Coming up to the side of the building. There's a car there. I'm not going to record that vehicle. Obviously, it's privacy issues. But as you can see, it's a throughway trail here. It's stamped down. People use it as a shortcut. But newer windows were put in at one point, it looks like. Smashed, some of them are open. You know, every time I come up here, it's a little something different. But used to be a lot of in and out down through there. Pretty interesting, right? Has a nice full basement. Yeah, well, I heard at one time it was actually used by the church organization. A chapel, maybe a meeting place or something like that. Not positive on that though. I'll have to do a little more research. And you see, you know, it's taking its toll. I have a nice little parking lot here. Stone wall up there. There's a very beautiful house on the corner there. We're approaching the back side of it. I don't know if we can really see too far in there. There's paperwork spread out everywhere, all over the floor. There's a really big, tall ceilings. Really nice architect. And I've seen a lot better, don't get me wrong, but this is really cool looking. I mean, obviously some vacant cars. It's not the best city in the world. It's not the worst either. And as you see, I'll get on the private land. I don't want to go down there, but here's the other side of it. Windows are pretty good on most of them. Not sure if there's a way in there or not. But let's go to another location. The one thing I do want to say about the coal region is, even anywhere in Pennsylvania really, they have maniacal, big, humongous churches. I don't know if I get the light right there for you, but these things are fantastic looking. Sorry about the truck in the way there, but that's just one of many. Now this church here, as you see, it's for sale. It's been sale for quite a while. It is huge. I've looked into it. The asking price is too phenomenal for me. It goes all the way to the corner there, as you see. And it goes really far back. Not sure if there's a bell in the tower or not. I didn't get that far into looking. But let's get to the real locations downtown. I wanted to get a different angle from what I'm coming in. So that's where I'm going to go take a look at. The old Jones hardware store. Been in business for a very long time. We're gonna go take a look at that building right now. Alright, so here we are. We're downtown. This is Independence Street. Pretty much the main part of the city of Shamokin. Not that busy of a city. This is what we call a dying region. Everything's going out of business. That's all I can really say. There's really not much potential for jobs out this way. Now this here is Old Jones Hardware. The front forkade of it was just redone back in 2021 or 22, I believe. They repainted the front of these buildings. But every season they come around and they decorate the front of the building here. Kind of match everything up. But it is an old hardware store. And that's an old picture of Shamokin. Doesn't look like that at all anymore, I imagine. I don't know if you can see in there, I guess not. But they don't make buildings like this anymore. And I believe that went up, there was apartments above it. Man, isn't that a beautiful sky? Look at that. But I know you're going to see my reflection a lot. See, I'm carrying my coffee mug with me today. Got to stay energized, yeah, everyone. But I don't know if you can see inside there. There used to be paints and everything still on the shelves, you know. It's like they kind of just closed and just left everything as it was. Yeah, there you go. You can see a little bit. Pretty cool, right? Like I said, new products, new shelves, still in there. There used to be a building across the street there. They tore it down because it was falling apart. That is now called the Illumination Station. There's projectors in there that shine onto a platform on, you can see the whiteness of that building. Then you can hang out there and, you know, watch movies and stuff provided by the town. Now, I'm going to try to sneak across the street here and get you a better angle of it. That's up Independent, that's down Independent. There's a Wendy's. I think everywhere has a Wendy's. What was really cool is you can ride your four-wheelers around here on the streets legally. Everywhere has a lawyer. Here you go. Now you can actually see that. That's a maniaculous big building for its time. Just sitting here vacant, rotting away, like most of these in the city. It's a very sad thing to see. There's a high-rise I just walked past back there. That's actually a nursing home. I hear it has excellent care. And our last transportation is our city transportation, pretty much. Very good restaurants are everywhere. Not everywhere, but you know, a couple here and there. Now let's look at the Illumination Station since I'm standing right here. So I remember watching this building get tore down. It just fell apart completely. Illumination Station on Independence Street. So like I said, that's a projector screen there. Of course, you know, the eyes in the sky are always around, but right above that in that box is the projector. Shines it right on here, and you guys can hang out here, you know, put up chairs, tents, whatever, and, you know, get to enjoy the view. So, pretty cool, right? There we go. I can get a better view of this map for you guys. Pretty cool, right? A town built on energy. So when I was at Glen Burn in my last video, this is where I was at, back up on these hills here, up here. Yeah. Here's kind of a map of the town now. I'm right here, obviously, where the star is. And we were just looking at right there, Jones Hardware. There we go. A little bit of history. Some of these buildings are actually not standing anymore. I know this one is, but these ones aren't. That's where our Wendy's are. What's really cool about this location is our volunteer fire department with an engine and a ladder are right there. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong at all. There is pretty sides of this city. But where I'm at the moment is not. This is the back side of what we call, I think this is River Street or something. These are all falling apart, disgusting, closed down parts. That's the Lumen Station I just came from there, and it's the hardware store. But this right here is the Smoking Creek. People also call it the Shit Creek and stuff like that, but you can see the yellow in it, right? I'm gonna try to get a better view of it for you. All the rust color and all that, that's acid mine drainage. And it's really actually, it's a bad pollutant. Kills all the fish, kills everything like that. It makes the water unusable. And we have nothing but that in the coal region, and this is one of the most polluted ones, from what I understand. And it feeds into the Susquehanna River, which feeds down to the Delaware Bay eventually, and then on out into the ocean. But that's years and years of neglect. But they did real nice fine work a long time ago on rerouting this creek and making it go different ways as the city boomed. Look at this, all the stone work. Everything's natural stone. No forms. Like I said, we have Glen Burn is right behind us, that whole mountain there. So, you know, plenty of places to get it because everything around here was a mine at one point. Plenty of stuff to move. Alright, well, let me move on a little bit more. I'll show you some more here. So I really didn't get far, but like I said, right there is a ladder and an engine company. Right here is an original pizza shop, Joe. It's really good, actually, food. This had a fire in it. As you see, it's really nice and new. About a year ago, it burned up here. The yellow building above it is apartments. It burned all that up. This here, the front of it, is a cigar shop. And, you know, the whole place is, you know, that caught fire as well. So this all went up right here. Like I said, we had the company there. And then I'll show you some more devastating stuff around the corner. And as I'm walking, I said devastating. It's really not that seriously devastating. But like I said, you can actually see the water I was talking about now. See how it's rusted looking? Let's see if I get the angle of it, the color of it better for you. But yeah, it's really nasty. You can see where the water levels have been. That's acid mine drainage. Not good stuff at all for you. But right here, Rescue Fire Museum. The city of Shamokin has their own fire museum. They're very big on the heritage of the volunteer fire department team. I guess we could say the American style. I'm not sure how other countries do things. I'm still learning myself how to do things here. So, but yeah, it's a very good place right there. Like I said, that's open every now and then for holidays and stuff like that. It's a really cool place. All volunteered fire department here. But here, a couple years back, that burned up, and so did this one. This one burned up again, actually, this year, not too long ago. This one caught fire again due to, I'm going to say squatters. I'm going to speculate. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it was a beautiful apartment building. Beautiful decks on the roof there. You know, people had it made here. This house here, this guy was retired, I believe, and had to relocate because of it. Got to watch the traffic around here. But the second fire was, you know, the property was already vacant, so nobody got hurt. It was right back in here too. And this one, I can still smell it. But the floors are all collapsed and old, and like most in this city, unfortunately, when it catches fire, it sits forever until it falls down, and there's really no ownership of it. Thankfully, nobody was ever hurt in any of these ones right here. It could have been worse. No animals were hurt either. Actually, we got them all out. So the engine is and a smaller bay there, and then they have a truck in that bay, and that one is actually has training equipment and stuff in it on the end, so it's not actually used as a bay to park stuff. They fund it by having a little bar in the back there, you know, bar and barbecue, whatever. So city has good spirit though. Love it. And this is a pretty cool building too. I haven't been in here yet, but they fixed it up really nice after the fire, and it's an arts place. And this here we call the 1,000 Steps. They redid this about a couple years ago as well. But yeah, people that helped with it. It's actually really cool. It goes way up. They did the concrete on the steps. They redid all that. But the stonework they repointed is original to the city, and it goes way up. There's a lot of that in the city actually, and it matches. The best part is this matches this church here. So this church was converted into a coffee house. I mean, wow, right? It's a beautiful building. I gotta give you the 360 of this. I know this video is getting long and probably boring. But, wow, right? Obviously there's no bell up there. Not even an electronic one. But like I said, there's the firehouse. That's how they support themselves. A lot of funding. You know, very simple traditions here. Every bar in the coal region has a bar. Or every firehouse has a bar, I should say. But look at this stuff though. Gate, I meant to show you that. Cast iron. They don't do that much anymore. That. A lot of details. I know it's painted anthracite black. I like to call that anthracite coal. But the details on this building are phenomenal. The pointing of the stone, excellent work. That's a trail back that way. It takes you on a nature trail. We'll do that another day. It takes you up to an off-road park, actually, if you follow it all the way. But here we go. I'm gonna get a hold of these people and see if we can get a tour of this building one day. Like, let me know if you'd like that. Just so everyone understands, portal entrance. It's a portal that takes us to the off-road trails in the old mining areas. They reclaim the land, and the county runs an off-road park there. And, you know, I guess they get funding that way or whatever. Well, yeah, you can come into the city this way and see, follow the signs over there. It shows you which way you can drive them, and it takes you downtown. You can get all food, drinks, whatever, you know, vendors and stuff like that are usually around. We're trying to revitalize the city, and it hasn't really done much, but it hasn't hurt either. But here's another look at the creek. It comes in from different directions. This is coming up from the actual mines that are polluted. So, and this building here used to be a skating rink. Or who went roller skating back in the day? They would understand. This is what this building used to be. By the looks of it, you know. The guy that owns it, he owns a lot of the vacant properties in the city. He's trying to get investors to help tear the first floor off from the roof and then revitalize the bottom, but I have a different opinion on the idea of that. Look at the stonework there. Just stacked. No mortar mix or anything in there. And they did that along this for the foundation as well. But yeah, it's pretty polluted down there, don't you say? But yeah, my opinion on this building is it's a dying trend that these kids these days probably wouldn't do. And around here, everything we build they seem to destroy. But still, it's sad. Every corner, everybody has cameras. Even I do, I'm not even gonna lie. Sad what the world's come to. Wonder what could have happened there, right? The whole roof is caved in on the inside and everything. But yeah, this building here used to be a skating rink and a roller skating rink inside. God only knows what's in there now. But I'm not originally from this city. There's the front of the building. So it's hard to say how nice it probably looked at one point in time. me get across the street, but I'll get you a better view of what I'm looking at. I guess that could have been one. I really don't see it, but that's what everybody says. There's a swimming pool down there, down the block. Public pool. Pretty cool. But other than that, there's really not much else to see in this part of the city. And everybody knows what that means in a typical city anywhere in the United States. It means do not enter for emergency services. It's a structurally unsafe building to begin with. So you're not to enter the structure in case of, say, fire or emergency. So that's what the red X's are for. Alright, so a couple blocks I walked. So I want to get up to an old factory. Show you some resemblance of that. But there's our finest right there, Shamokin PD. Police department. Yeah, doing their thing. I'm not going to record them now, obviously. But you got railroad tracks. They still go through once a week. Used to be a lot of them. And like I said, there's a whole row of homes there that burned down a couple, I don't know, a little while ago. Months or so ago. Beginning of the year, I believe. They're going to sit there forever. Now, I've been in this area for about 3 years now. I've been seeing this sitting here. It doesn't ever move. It's probably been there longer than that. It's like almost like a crane. See, that's exactly probably what it is. But it's up there on a brick foundation that you can't see through the weeds, though. Concrete and all that. But, yeah. Let's go see what else is going on. Alright. So here used to be a factory that made big clocks that went up in, like, you know, I don't know how to say it, like huge bells and clocks. I don't know the history or the name of it, but this is all that's left of it. And you got your city works here, which is pretty cool, but that's just crumbling foundation that you walk on the land and there's voids underneath because there was a basement and they're falling down, and it's kind of dangerous, you know. Well, there's a couple of cool things. Right here was a loading dock. Right. And if you look here, like I said, I'll climb up for a second. Everything's caving in. See some of the windows still there. This used to be inside of a factory of some sort. There's a red brick wall back there. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. I was kind of afraid to walk on that over there. I'll show you some more cool, interesting stuff up away. Alright, so right there is a loading dock. And that's what I was saying. How dangerous it is, because you got all this. That's pipe work and stuff there. Tunnels and accesses that run through. As you see, a brick layer and then blacktop on top, it looks like now. But that's giving way just like all this right here did. As you see, all this used to be on top and a walkway as well. But let me see if I can get myself in a good spot here without getting hurt. There you go. Now you can see a little better what it is. But that goes way under, over, and everywhere. So let's go up a little bit farther. Alright. You see right at another spot had a foundation issue. Something fell in. That whole area caved in really nice. I can see daylight somewhat in there. Not so much on the camera. There you go. That was a complete cave in that tunnel system. And then, as you see, hard to tell actually, but it was pretty wide down through there. At one point. And this is by far the best feature so far. The old fire hydrant. You say you see that, it's all caving in on top of itself. But yeah, gas company there. Township Works. My coffee cup's way over there. Yeah, the blue one. Special thing for the police unit. Don't know what they use it for actually. That's my little walk around today. I showed you all the boring stuff first. I'll show you the more exciting stuff later. Have a good Monday, everyone.